Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Thad Cochran is the U.S. Senator, the senior U.S. Senator from Mississippi. He served in the Senate since 1978. Before that, he was in the House of Representatives. But it looked like he was on his way out when he faced a runoff election against Tea Party candidate Chris McDaniel. Now, Cochran campaigned on his ability to get things done for the people of Mississippi. The state depends on federal money in order to survive. And its politicians have always taken pride in their ability to bring home the bacon. But in today's anti-government atmosphere, this has actually become a liability. McDaniel made it quite clear that he planned on doing nothing for his constituents or his state. Obviously, Mississippi Republicans don't think that they're bad enough off because the majority of these idiots voted for McDaniel. Now, McDaniel has a pretty checkered career. He has spoken at gatherings of secessionist groups. Matter of fact, one of the speakers McDaniel shared the stage with believes Abraham Lincoln was a Marxist, which is pretty good because Karl Marx wasn't even born until long after Lincoln died. And these types of groups tend to be heavily populated not just by idiots but by racists as well. McDaniel also was a radio host who, let's face it, when you're a conservative radio host, you tend to make a few racist comments along the way. And he has used his Twitter account to retweet racist comments. So Thad Cochran, instead of trying to get to the right of McDaniel, which would have been pretty difficult, took advantage of Mississippi's open primary system and reached out to Democrats, and in particular to black people. Now, it's not like Cochran is a huge supporter of civil rights. He's a conservative, enough said. But he's not a race baiter either. And next to McDaniel, he looked pretty good. So Democrats and blacks went to the polls and gave Cochran the boost he needed to win the primary, which means that chances are really good that he's going to continue in the Senate. Democrats haven't had much luck in the South since civil rights movement. Now, this has enraged the Tea Party. I mean, the idea that black people made the difference is really something they hate. I mean, they don't think black people should even be voting, something that the racists on the Supreme Court also seem to believe. Recently, one of McDaniel's supporters crashed a Cochran telephone press conference and made several racist remarks there. And McDaniel has vowed to challenge the primary results in court. Now, the RNC wishes McDaniel would just go away and be content with his House seat. But no, McDaniel has vowed to fight on, so he's going to be making news for quite some time. And though being a blatant nut job and racist may not be harmful in Mississippi, it may have some effect in the battleground states. Having a constant reminder that the Republicans are the party of nut jobs and racists might not really work for the GOP brand in states with more moderate voters. But that's what the Republican Party is. It's the party of Michelle Bachmann, Todd Akin, Louis Gohmert, Rick Perry, idiots all. They are the party of voter suppression. It is the racist conservatives on the Supreme Court who gutted the Voting Rights Act. But even in Mississippi, The least racist candidate won. This may not mean much for the 2014 elections, but in 2016, GOP is in a lot of trouble.